Oh, that was the one time that shit was actually fitting. Yeah, and that's the whole point. Leave that alone. You don't want to give the clout chasers more clout, possibly get them hurt for it.
Eh.
Back in this bitch, back with the shits.
Who?
So I'm starting the podcast with Wendy's. You gotta live
I have
better.
never, like, I think that's the first time in my life anybody ever asked me to I want Wendy's. Wendy's just kind of happened. Like, never in my life has a nigga ever been like,
Nigga don't get
hey,
an
yo, man,
invitation
you trying to go to
Frosty?
Wendy's? It's just like, oh, shit. How the fuck we get to Wendy's?
Frosties on me. They don't what? Wow.
Pussy ass niggas not having spicy nuggets.
Right. How can they not serve that? The audacity of Wendy. The audacity of Wendy. Titties, big ass titties.
Yeah, big ass titties.
It's all right. That's ambiance. KT is here, back at it again. We at the Dirty Laundry Shop.
All right. You know.
KT, Pretty KC, Treyway, Breezy up in this bitch.
It's a
EJ,
whole lot
TJ.
of gang shit.
Whole lot
copious
of
amounts of gang shit.
Copious amounts of gang shit. Yeah, like back in here chilling. Cause y'all fucking up my life.
I'm fighting for my fucking life.
I'm fighting for my life. This ain't for music. At a certain point, that started to sound like Trapped in the Closet to me.
Somebody did that. Yeah, somebody did that already.
Yeah.
The internet is quick.
Oh, the internet is undefeated.
Oh, shit.
The internet is
man.
so undefeated and so fast.
Yeah, the internet don't fuck around.
Hey, can you please stop fucking up my audio behind your hookah rotation? Hey, no, real quick. Can you just not fuck up the audio behind your hookah rotation?
Authenticity.
We can hear you go.
Yeah, them headphones is powerful because I don't hear shit.
But yeah, nah, that's these motherfuckers. I guess this is what people hear. That's why I started to wear them. 'Cause I feel like this is what people hear when we record. Possibly not though.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know.
So do we give a fuck to talk about Robert or no?
I mean, Robert is a topic. Like, but Robert is Robert.
Hey, so I'm on a social media blackout. So I don't know anything that's been going on social media wise. I'm on a social media blackout right now.
Okay, look, that time out. Time out. That just sounds like we not gonna have shit to talk about because I really rely on you. I be getting like I get like the headlines. I see a headline, I be like, all right, E'll do that, and then I just can say some left
I meant
shit.
to tell you that this week that I'm on a social media
Y'all
blackout
finna
right
hear
now.
stuff about things, and such.
Yeah, things. This might be a life episode today. Nah,
I mean,
I just
we've exhausted Robert. Shit.
I don't know. Fucking social media just started to like give me a anxiety.
I saw Wendy Williams say some shit about like
the last thing I seen was one of the last things I seen on Shade Room was like Wendy Williams' Bob when she returned back to the show. So maybe that was what made me leave social media. Wendy Williams' new
I didn't
haircut.
even see that. Maybe okay, well, I just saw something she said.
I can't
about,
have a
like,
picture. I'm off social media.
What does he say?
You have social media though.
Oh, he needs like she did the whole like he needs mental health shit. I think he still should go to jail. But like,
so Wendy
Williams,
Wendy's
like,
starting to
needs
look
be
like
helped.
Michael in his last days.
Oh,
Somebody needs to get right underwear. Were those glasses cut in this picture where they got the middle finger up?
Somebody
right
said
under
Wendy
them
Williams
glasses.
look like Momo.
She do. Oh,
Yeah, somebody said Wendy Williams
she
looked
like
the Momo
somebody
challenge.
off of like a Despicable Me or like Hotel Transylvania or some shit like that. She
Yeah,
looks
she
like
would
a
look
yeah.
Oh shit, the Michael thing is a thing too.
I haven't watched Escaping Neverland.
I haven't watched it. I just I think I've said enough.
Anybody
about,
in here
like,
watched it? I heard it's real rapey. Michael Jackson used to send faxes and shit.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people going like everybody.
So apparently, from what I've heard, like apparently one of the little kids families lived in Simi Valley at the time, and Mike used to just pull up in Simi Valley like, yo, what's the deal? I'm just gonna chill at y'all house. And at the time, it was back in the day where fax machines and shit had just started popping. So they had a fax machine, and they said they would come home, and Mike had just like faxed them mad letters and messages and shit. And it would be faxes all over the floor because the fax machine was just printing them and running over.
But to me, that sounds like their version of like Mike sending a DM or some shit. Like,
yeah,
it sounds
like
funnier because there's paper tattoos.
Yeah, like trees got killed for Michael Jackson to send text messages.
Yeah, like that's like what Mike said. I don't know. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, they showed it.
shit
I
is-
haven't watched the whole thing, so like take everythand I'm saying with a grain of salt. It is like secondhand information I'm hearing from people.
It's on
reliable
Lifetime.
sources.
Like
it's on Lifetime, of course. Like Lifetime is
Life-
busting down they busting down tragedies right now.
Yeah, nigga, Lifetime profits off tragedy, which kind of also makes me
Yeah.
like,
But now it's real tragic. Like at first it was just like based on a true story and shit, like in written tales where like, you know, it's just a fucked up shit. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, Lifetime been busting down tragedies for a long time.
yeah, like I don't know, like people are just was
Almost
running.
shot Lifestyle some bail. Lifetime. Why I keep calling them Lifestyle?
Like-
It's a lifestyle. It's a channel too though. Lifestyle is a channel as well, right? It's
Lifestyle
lot of,
got
like,
a channel?
I thought it was like that. Ain't like with a flipper flop channel.
I'm pretty sure Lifestyle has led to a Lifetime event, so.
Wow. Well, I'm talking about Lifetime. Lifetime busting down tragedies.
Yeah, but that's what Lifetime does.
Busting them down to dimes and getting them shits off. They busting down rape tragedies to hour and 30-minute segments and getting them shits off.
I just don't know if I buy the Michael thing. I think Michael was a mad crazy individual. I just don't know if I buy like Michael like as crazy monster rapist.
Man, look,
People was like, oh, it's mad detailed. I'm like, yeah, nigga, but like if I'm alive by the motherfucker, I'm gonna be like, yo, he raped me, and it was dark and stuff, and we did some things. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have my story together.
You know what, man? My whole thing is this. I don't know.
I'm not saying I just don't know. Like everybody was like, they're detailed, so they're 100% true, and I'm like, these are the same motherfuckers.
They're detailed. They're 100% true.
Everybody keeps like the main thing you see is like, there's really a detailed story here. It's just a lot of aspects to it that they're saying about Michael, and I'm just like, well, yeah, motherfucker. Like, if I'm a lie on a motherfucker, I'm gonna get.
First off, this is my thing. I'm not talking to no white people about leaving Never Never Land. That's just my whole thing. As many y'all bring up leaving that
yeah.
Somebody remix my whole goddamn sentence right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Swayed the remix god.
That's it.
No, like any white person that tries to talk to me about leaving Never Never Land, I'm just gonna yell out slavery. What's your opinion? Black people getting reparations. Go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just letting you know that now.
I think
if you light it in a paper bag and you try to talk to me about leaving Never Never Land, I'm gonna just be reparations for black people. Go.
Yeah, I don't know if these are new allegations. I'd be more moved, but these are the same motherfuckers.
The black delegation will talk about this and let y'all know what the fuck we feel like about it.
About the white dudes?
About Mike.
Oh, I mean,
about Micah.
Like, I don't know how many niggas like really.
Y'all done took Bill. Y'all took Robert. You're not taking. Well, y'all fuck Robert.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Bill,
if y'all was going to bat for Robert, I feel like y'all can go to bat for Mike. Like,
yeah, a nigga went to at least if you went
Mike
to bat for Robert,
like,
you could at least look into some shit for Robert. Like,
yeah, like yeah, he's very,
Robert just out here fighting for his fucking life.
Yeah, he's he's mad. He's super dead.
He won't be able to defend himself later either. It's like somebody can't defend himself for right now. Like he's sick. He lost his voice or some shit. Mike dead. Leave. Like I don't know. Come on, man. Like y'all can't profit off of Mike.
They did.
Oh no. Oh no. You think that?
I mean, in the scheme of like Mike's money, it's not gonna kill him, but
yeah, like Mike ain't gonna not be able to pay his house.
I didn't. Yeah, he did. I didn't even think it, but you know what I mean. Like the estate, it ain't gonna kill the estate.
Mike can't pay the light bill in the casket this week.
I'm saying,
got the lights cut off in the casket this month, y'all.
I don't know, Mike shit. Sometimes I think like I'm not giving Mike a pass. I think Mike shit was mad weird. But sometimes when I look at Michael Jackson, like I think Mike legitimately was like
a grown ass kid.
Yeah, like okay, like if I've been Michael Jackson since I was 5, 6, whatever the fuck, and since 5 or 6 growing up, like I know they talk about like we talked about last episode, like Mike ran the fucking music industry. I think Mike knew when to pull the trigger and be like, I'm Michael Jackson, motherfucker, back up off me. But in his like private moments and times where he was like just Michael Jackson, not the whatever, the only individuals that treated him like a human being, like once they're like, oh my God, it's Mike, my hero. Like he had, I think even when he's in a room with his siblings, after a while, Mike became the bag early. So you can't really be around adults and trust that they're fucking with you for the simple fact that you're a decent human being. The only time it's a fucking sad story to be.
When your 9-year-old is worth $1 million, you got to teach him how to read a grown ass man.
That's what I'm saying.
Uncomfortable.
Instead
of letting him swing on the swings, you got to teach him how to read a white man in the suit.
The
to make
only
sure
time you can find solace in the world in another human being is if they're young enough to not understand that you're worth $1 gajillion.
Exactly.
I don't think Mike. Like, I do think somebody should have sat Mike down and go, look, nigga, you need to get over it. You know, do some push-ups or something. Like, you know, maybe go see a therapist. But I don't think Mike's thing with children was necessarily sexual. I think it was weird as fuck, but I just don't think it was.
I think it was envious. I think he envied their ability. I don't think it was for like simplicity. Like, you know, I think Mike envied their life. I don't think Mike was sexually attracted to kids. And again, I haven't seen the Never Neverland thing, and I haven't delved into the evidence.
I've heard some shit, and I'm just like,
no. And
it's
again,
wild.
I've heard some shit, but I haven't delved into the shit myself to know. But just from the outside looking in with the little bit of information that I do know at this time,
they're acting like Mike lost a lot of weight and started selling sandwiches and shit, and I'm just not with that.
For those that don't get that reference, I work at Subway, so I get that reference. I work at Subway, so that's funny as fuck to me.
Yeah, I don't know. And then people up here talking like a lot of this, like, and I'm not necessarily.
Breezy just flipped out because Josh Hart missed the technical foul free throw, and it scared the fuck out of TJ.
I was finna tell this nigga to like
reach for the Glock.
I was like, yo, Breeze got to start using his skills. He started stemming. We got to get this man, you know.
Get this man a fidget spinner.
Yeah, like some sensory tool. Holy shit. Anyways. Man, I'm finna lean up, man. I thought I was like, shit, nigga almost hit me in my eye.
Oh, shit. He out here doing Robert Kelly swings.
Oh, shit.
The Lakers fucking up my life.
No, but yeah, like I think, like when people talk about this, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's fucking down with sexual predators," and I'm clearly not the guy who's like taking up for my people. Like I'm down to like throw my fuck ups to the wind, but I want Harvey Weinstein documentary. I want the nigga who was dating his stepdaughter who make a lot of these weird, quirky movies. What's that? Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. Yeah, that's some
I want
shit
his
that
documentary.
Charlamagne talked about. Like he said that
let's bring everybody to the fire.
He
like,
said he went to a meeting with an executive and they asked him, "Who can we, do a documentary on and stir things up?" He was like, "Elvis, Woody Allen." He was like, "What did Elvis do?" He's like, "They just act oblivious to their people's indiscretions."
Yeah, I'm down to like, let's bring all these motherfuckers to the altar. You know what I'm saying? Like, lay your burdens down. Lay them down right here, baby.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Pass
if
the collection plate around.
Motherfucker, man, you a nasty motherfucker.
I gotta get that Boosie drop where he say that. You's a nasty motherfucker, man.
Yo,
What's Boosie, we at 12 minutes, 20 seconds.
Honestly, Boosie is the best drop all over this. I've ever done on social media. Everything Boosie posts is fucking gold. Like,
Boosie need help.
Look, Rihanna stepmama. Rihanna stepmama.
Boosie said, "I fuck Rihanna." I did.
I fuck. He threw his arms, dog.
Nigga
like,
said, "I fuck."
When you a kid and like you do like a good thing and you like, I feel it. I fuck. Man.
Bro, that nigga say, "I hit Rihanna." Say Rihanna.
His excitement for imaginary Rihanna pussy,
shit, bro. That nigga say, "I fucked."
Look, like imaginary Rihanna pussy. That nigga said, "I fuck," and I'm like, damn, nigga, I ain't never threw my arms to pussy. I really hit in real life. Like I ain't never none. It was like, oh, I fuck. Like
he celebrated.
Now I know that I need to do better in life.
He celebrated hypothetical Rihanna pussy the same way Bill Belichick celebrates touchdowns. That's going too fucking far. The same way Tiger Woods goes birdie and celebrates this nigga.
Ah, fuck.
That nigga
yes.
Said,
Yes.
He did a whole black mamba like with the teeth under.
Had the underbite and everything.
Boosie said, "I fuck."
I fuck. Then I fly my kids out.
Like, then I fly my kids out.
Then I fly my kids out.
Private jet.
Hey, stepmama. Rihanna stepmama. That's how it's going to be. Rihanna stepmama.
Boosie the greatest. Just want to say that. I don't know what the fuck else is going on because I'm really proud of my social media blackout. Social media was just.
I wish I could say it's a blackout. I just be really whack about shit. I'm like, oh.
I became super consumed with like social media for a second, just and not even like personal shit. I guess maybe like just to. Yeah, but like, what is the fine line between it though? Because like, of course, like as far as like management and like artist development and the whole thing you have to do like for. Man, I completely understand. I don't know. I still value my mental health at a certain point. I still value my mental health to a limit. No, and that's why I say it wasn't anything specifically about. Yeah, I just needed a quick step back, just because it was just like shit that.
Hey guys, this is Kimberly. I'm just kidding. So
It's so smooth. Like she's like a real. He's like a
what you have to
female
do
art
is
bubble.
you take your social media and unfollow unhealthy shit, especially as somebody that needs social media as a podcast, and you have to post your episodes, your previews, commercials, whatever. So if you don't follow anything, or you can even just hit the create button and post your shit and don't even look at what's going on. But again, as a podcast, it's kind of hard for you guys because if you're gonna do relevant topics or what's going on in the world, you have to. So
That is very true. That is very true. But the reason I stepped back was, I don't know. I guess mental health is still a topic in a situation for why. I mean, I guess I stepped back in the name of mental health, so that's still a topic. So, I'm sorry. No, I don't. See, for me, it's hard to do that because I still like live in a world where I have to use my phone for work and certain other things in like real lifetime. So there's a certain amount of consumption that I have just in regards to real work. So that's even a thing that's kind of like, it's kind of hard for me to be able to gauge, huh? Yeah, that's why I
From
say
the
it's kind of
social
hard
media
for me.
part,
Or
or just your phones. Like the phones, not so
the
much.
phones.
Oh yeah,
the
phones.
phones.
Phones is hard. Social
Yeah.
media, I just like. I don't know if I don't know if I have to use my phone. I just kind of try to fill my phone with things that like if I have to look at this motherfucker besides just work and stuff, with something that I think like stimulates me. Like I don't know. I've worked really hard on. This is fucking with me. You gotta sit to the side. Not even like cut it completely out if I like
Yeah.
like it or if it's good. But I just need to. If I like once I start to deduce like, oh shit, you fucking with me, and then I'm just sit you right here. Just don't fall off the table. I just don't wanna. I don't wanna use that right now.
Mm.
And like I said, like fill your phone with something. Like I just immediately was like, I haven't, like we just talked about, like I haven't had a good book or whatever,
Yeah.
audio book
Yeah.
right now. Like I just bought that shit like
Literally,
that
we
day.
just talked about like
Yeah, and just was like, all right, I'm immediately like, I'm reading this shit. I do like a chapter or two at least a day.
it's not the same. Like I like audiobooks, but I'd rather have an audiobook more so of like a Gary V, like where he's actually like talking to you, but actual book where they're just reading is not the same to me. Like I have to actually sit there and read the book because me, I know I get distracted with other shit. Like I'll be listening, but then like something else is going on. I'm like, looking here and there, so you're not really retaining the information.
It depends how I use it. Like I listen to the audiobook while doing things that I don't have to like focus on. Like
Almost
when I'm in the
things.
gym, sometimes I substitute the music for the book. So I know, like, all right, like I know my workout.
Yeah. If I'm on if I'm on the bike in the gym, like I know where I'm going on the stationary bike. Like I'm not gonna crash on a stationary bike.
Yeah, I don't have to focus.
So I'm about to get my audio book off, and I'm finna do like however many miles, however many minutes I'm doing. Like if I'm doing an hour on a stationary bike, like I'm finna get off an hour of this audio book and substitute it.
I'm almost done. Damn, I can't breathe. Oh, I need a breather. Like legs hurting, cramp.
But
works.
if that's the day, then it just turns
Yeah,
into a
that-
full.
that's just the
That's
day,
just
like-
a cardio day. That just so
Yeah.
happened. I look up and I did 15 miles on a bike because I got lost in my book. Then that was just a cardio day that I did. Like that was just a straight cardio day, and then maybe I get, that's just what it is. But sometimes it's just like maybe I needed that little bit of what I got from that book more than I needed to lift those weights that day. Maybe I needed to exercise this muscle instead of like my mental muscle instead of my physical muscles that day. And so that's sometimes just like what I choose because. I don't know. Oftentimes we forget like your mental is a muscle, like your brain is a muscle you flex as well, just as much as your biceps, triceps, and even abs. I always use that in that consecutive order because one time I was watching I was a kid. I was watching an infomercial for one of them whatever type of exercise things, and that was the things that the three body parts they use. It was like biceps, triceps, and even abs. So I always use those three.
Damn,
muscle
that
groupings.
infomercial was teaching you how to build yourself to be a prison nigga. Like that shit said no legs.
No legs, nigga. No legs. You out here getting knocked out. Foundation is terrible.
Damn, built like a goddamn top.
Body like a drumstick. Everything.
Yeah, nigga built like a Beyblade.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, like sometimes that's just it for me. Like trying to gauge where I'm at mentally. Like I don't know. Last week I just had a terrible fucking week mentally. Like I was just off, like just anxiety, just depressed. You know, just fucked up. And so it was really important for me to be like, you know, I just need to disengage and internally look. And I was like, I understand other things are gonna sacrifice for that right now, but like, it was one of those like it was priority type shit. So it was like, let me do this really quick because it was just like I was all off base, like completely the fuck off base. And I think it was like a progressive thing that had been happening. And I had like before I hit a wall, I was like, let me stop myself. Like even like, you know, the Family Feud episode, I think that's what part of that was about. Like that was me sliding into like hitting the wall, and I was like, before I do this shit, let me motherfucking hit some brakes real quick because it's easier for me to slam on the brakes than it is for me to hit this motherfucking wall. So I think that was like a big part of it for me too, is like I understand like my business and my brands and everything that I'm working with, but at the same time, like I'm no good to none of that if I can't figure out which way is up around this motherfucker. So that was just a thing
It's
for me.
left.
Yeah, right, like a motherfucker. Like it's like, hey, nigga, I'm finna take a hard left, see where this takes me. But I don't know, and I think that's important for people to do as well, as much as like managing your careers and everything.
And necessary though.
Yeah,
Like I think people should embrace having like nah, don't go fucking like don't crash the car. But like I think people always try to control like I can't have a blow up. Like I embrace having my minor blow ups because then I just take the time like I'll backtrack and go all right. Like well like yeah, like even you and me, like we talked about the family. Well, clearly, like I say again, like mad motherfuckers was like, but even like the Family Feud, like little episode or whatever, it took half a phone call to go. All right, I knew off rip Family Feud wasn't about me.
yeah.
So it's like okay, and you were like Family Feud, like fuck, I'm not well whatever. I'm just keep calling Family Feud. Like I was doing this, it came from this, and I was like okay, cool. Then Family Feud was perfect because you hit your boiling point. If I'm the catalyst to my dog's perfect. Because now we go, all right, you blew up.
And that's the sick point.
I don't
even, that wasn't even my boiling point. Like, I still went down after that. And that's what was like some shit that made me be like, yeah.
Whatever pushed the cup over.
That's what made me have to reevaluate, yeah.
Yes.
Because what happened was I started to fucking all of my trusted sources. And I think that's sometimes like, for me, I know everybody has their different, like, how they gauge shit. But, like, TJ is one of my best friends in the fucking world. Like, this is my brother. Like, and just other trusted sources in my life. Even you yourself, Kim, like, the conversation we had, it was like trusted sources was telling me shit, and I was even fighting those people to be like, you know, no, this and this, just because like I just couldn't, you know, just couldn't get past me and my like whatever the fuck I had going on, and just stuck in some shit and looking for something that wasn't what I needed but what I wanted. And it was one of those like, after I got it from a certain person, it was like, all right, God damn it, all right, I gotta fix this.
That's a bar, like needs over wants.
Yeah.
Like I think mad people don't understand like the difference between what you want and what you need, and like whatever you can put that whatever part of your life you're talking about, work, relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know, your fucking sandwich you eating right now that you probably should get like a lettuce wrap. Needs over wants.
Without a doubt. So
you okay? You wanna like I know we're having a deep topic, but like just the exhaling going on over here from Breeze is just
Breezy over here coaching the Lakers.
Like,
this shit is getting intense. But nah, yeah, like for me that was my whole thing, man, and like that shit just got to a point that I couldn't anymore. Like I had to, like I'm the type of motherfucker that I try to be brutally honest about everything, no matter if it's like myself, if it's other shit.
Question. Let me let you finish.
No, go ahead, get that up.
So like when you do your like backtrack, what I notice, like what I know what I do, even like to a point where like it's even when I'm like, you know, it's bothersome. Whatever situation, do you inventory like however wrong a person might have been, you go, a motherfucker can't, like, even if I get my ass whooped, I don't get my ass whooped if I don't show up to said area that gets me beat the fuck up. So like inventorying your portion of whatever the situation was.
That is usually 100% what I do. Like I'm a firm believer in accountability, and that is what and that's actually what made me hit the brakes so hard, like screeching hard. All of my trusted sources basically were telling me that I had started to not have accountability for myself and shit. And that started to that became a problem for me. And like I fought it from certain people, and then it was like one person specifically told me, and I was like, oh fuck no. Like my lady told me about, like Tiff told me about some shit just in regards to shit. And like when she says it, I'm like, oh no, oh the fuck no.
Yeah.
Like this gotta today.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Like to keep like a good, keep a good team around.
I'm like,
you
my
too.
brother's telling me, my lady's telling me, like my homegirl, like Kim's telling me. I'm like, nah, this is, yeah, you need to stop for a second and take an internal look. And it's like, I think some of the stuff, like, I can bury myself in the podcast. I can bury myself in work, and I can start to deflect. And even when the people around me who I love and trust near and dear and value the most start to tell me the truth, and I don't like that truth, I can start to still deflect that and find my value in other places and other things that may not even be priorities to me, but they're just relevant and in front of me. So I can be like, oh, yeah, like the podcast got this many listens, and yeah, so it's like I had to fucking like just cut myself off from the things that weren't, I guess, priority to me. And like, I guess that's what was stressing me out so much, is like I was in such a tug of war with myself because I was having like these false senses of I was handling or being.
I mean, but you said it best, like deflecting. Like if I'm fucked up over here, I'm gonna put all my interest over here in this thing that I think I got control over.
Yeah.
But not paying attention that if all this shit is what encompasses me as a person, if my home fucked up and I think, all right, man, work gonna be great because I'm a great motherfucking CEO, but my kid never says, hey, Pop, or whatever.
Yeah, like
once, first of all,
I love you.
Yeah, like, you know, like that shit'll bleed over and like, hey, fuck you, Thomas. I need this motherfucking report up here. Wait, nigga, it's due Thursday.
Right?
I need that shit right now, nigga. Like, that shit bleeds over, but that's because you don't, you know, because you mad because your son said, hey, Tom, nigga, like, I need some motherfucking extra ends so I can get these motherfucking cookie
Hey,
soles.
Tom, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, that's like,
my son ever walk in the house and be like, hey, Eric, nigga. I'm going to be like, hey, bruh. Hey, bruh.
Hey, look.
Like your life is one continuous story. So some people think like, okay, I had a bad day at work. Let me go home and chill. Not realizing some people take that bad day at work to their house and then they fuck up everything there too. So now you're like, damn, I'm just having a fucked up. I'm like, no, just take that time, reevaluate, and figure out what the issue is. Because a lot of times, like you said, it is internally. So, me personally, I like to meditate. So, I'll sit there. A lot of times, it's not even just meditation. Like, before I go in the house, I would sit in my car for probably like 30 minutes. And just sit there and take a breather.
And that became my thing. I stopped, like, taking moments to decompress. I started to go all the time. And instead of, like, dealing with my shit, I would start to spill it on others. So, like, I think that's, like, again, the Family Feud episode. Like, even the conversation you and I had post-Family Feud episode. Like, and it was just, like, it was just spilling, and it was just like, yo, stop for a second, like, handle your shit so you can be able to operate in your full normal capacity or even, like, close to it. Like, with everything that's going on, you may not be able to be 100% yourself, but you can't operate at the 60 that you're going at, because this is 60% to F, like, or D or whatever. That's not a passing grade.
Ain't nobody grading life on the curve.
Yeah, exactly, nigga. So I'm like, yo, I got to get back to myself, and I'm like, let me step away from things that are like not even fucking like second, like tertiary energies. Like, these are things that are like third on my list, not even second. Like, and just put all of my energy into my first tier shit again. And
I think a lot of people don't realize a lot of shit that happens to you is not in your control. So you might as well just be like, fuck it. Like, not to say always have that fucking attitude, but I was just telling like my assistant at work today, like, you can't let certain shit that happen at work get under your skin, because at the end of the day, it's about choices. So it's your choice to decide how you let this situation affect you. It could have happened regardless of how you handled the situation, but the way you handle it is going to determine how you feel as a person and how you feel inside, or how your work day is going to continue to go. So, like, say you fucked up on an email or something like that, and you get one back from your boss and they going off. Okay, well, me personally, you either gonna get an okay or you're not gonna get a response at all. I'm gonna fix the situation and you're gonna get that fixed email back, but I'm not gonna let you get under my skin because you mad about something that's fucked up. Because as a boss, you probably fucked up on something that I don't even know about. But you just going on with life like, well, let me pass it down to this motherfucker. Like, you fucked up.
You fucked up.
So
Boss.
You can't let that shit affect you, period. Like, I go to work, I don't go to work with attitude like, I don't want to be here. No, because at the end of the day, it's my decision to work here. If I don't want it, I don't want it. Fuck it, be out. But your life is about your choices, period.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, one of my favorite lines, like, is like, take a tall glass of fuck that shit. And I think people be thinking because like I say funny shit all the time. I'd be like, I'm dead serious, nigga. Like, once I once I'm like, and I think I don't know, everybody like there's a lot of everybody and their mama like make mental health like fucking statements and shit. Like even that bullshit Wednesday wisdom shit I do that I think is like sometimes funny. I really do be thinking some of that. Like these are real things that I like just like to put in joke form.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people
medicine and the candy.
Yeah, I think people put that like listen to that shit, but don't like really practice it. Like everybody might say like everybody tells you eat your fucking vegetables, but until you eat that shit, when they be like, yo nigga, like my body really feels like better. Like you can only control what you control and like literally pay attention. And like, oh shit, once I do this, and you just kind of like think about it logically. I'm not even talking about like on no spiritual shit. You ain't got to sit outside and be butt naked in the grass. Like, think 1 second. If you worry about this, will it change? Yeah. No. If you don't worry about it, will it change? No. You not worrying about it, does it make you feel better? Yeah. Great. That thing that you could change, did you worry about it? Yeah. Did you fix it? Yeah. Is it better? Yeah. All right, cool, my nigga. Like, what's your problem? Like, none of this shit is really like, I look at like a lot of like mental health shit and like when people like, or self-help or get bettering yourself, kind of in the realm of like, not to always boil something down to working out, but like even working out, it's not a complex thing. It's very simple. You eat right, you work out, you get results. It's not easy. It's very simple. It's 1 + 1 will be 2. Same thing with this fucking like getting your fucking mental together.
But it's all about your discipline.
Yeah, like you just stay focused. Like motherfuckers really like, I don't know, people like underestimate discipline and just like saying a huge
thing I lost. Like I'm in the same way my stubbornness is so militant and like my disciplines for things and things that I usually don't fuck with, like my ability to let shit like. That's why it's like my ability to just get the fuck up and leave places. I always say like that's a part of my discipline, like of the fact that I don't want nobody asking me like where you going, why you leaving, already. That's just me. I'm leaving. I don't give a fuck what nobody feel about it. With no questions, nobody asking. Like I'm gone.
He will leave you.
I will leave any fucking body.
He brought you.
Yeah. Only person I'm not leaving is my lady and my child. Like anybody the fuck else, you can find your way home. I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. I leave a nigga in Vegas, Hollywood. I don't give a fuck. You grown.
Oh yeah. You talk about you just got Hollywood. This nigga has left me in multiple states.
Yeah, I've left this nigga in multiple states.
In
Texas,
multiple states.
Mississippi.
Like we came here as a team.
Yeah, nigga.
And he's like, dog, all I did was
first off, I'm not going nowhere with a nigga that I know can't take care of himself.
Look,
so if we went somewhere together, you could take care of yourself. That's why I left.
Here's the funny thing, like this conversation happens when I get
protect
back.
babies and
like,
fools.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb because I'm proving his point because these conversations happen once I find my way back to the crib. But like, I be like,
every nigga that complains about me leaving them has never called me and been like, yo, I'm stuck.
Absolutely not. But I just be like, hey man, like. We came here together, and he was like, you was talking to old girl. I asked her to move so I can get a drink. You talked to her, so that means like you said something, bitch. So I figured you was good. Bro, like I asked her and her nigga, what the fuck that nigga supposed to do? Like what? You talked to her.
That was
all
a
right,
past
man. I'm
life.
good.
That was a past life. Now I'm just leaving you because I'm probably old and tired, and I want to go home and be with my family. But yeah, no, like my shit was goddamn. You know what? I often like one of my methods of therapy is music. Like I get a lot out through music, and
he doesn't have a mixtape. You fucks.
No, I'm not rapping. Yeah, I listen to it. I just listen to other people who actually can rap. That's one thing that I've never like wanted to try because like as much as I love rap music, I don't want to. You said bullshit. No, not like a legitimate. I've never gotten a studio. I might joke and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna make a mixtape." Oh, nah. Yeah. Yeah, me get my dial on. Nah, you know why? Because I'm one of those people that's happy to admit things I'm not good at. like as much as I love the art of hip hop, like I wouldn't be able to consistently. I would probably have like one decent
That's my
4-track EP in me. Like and I would have to work really, really hard.
See,
I probably have to put like 18 months into 4 solid songs and then be able to put them shits out. My career just wouldn't work.
what
I
you're
would
saying,
be worse
see,
than Andre 3000
what you're
and
saying
Frank
is what I
Ocean.
rock with. Like, I know people who are passionate about music,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, I'm not that nigga, dog. Like,
I know people that are passionate
about what
that
I'm
can't
passionate
still
about,
do it.
yes,
Like,
but about music, I'm like, I love listening to music.
Yeah.
I love being a consumer. I love talking about music, but the act of creating music,
that's
I
not a
can't
part of
say
my
I'm that
therapy
guy.
with music. Yeah.
or like, yeah, or if I had that as
And
a
I've been
person,
recognizing that.
like that passed me. Like, I passed whatever part of your life you're supposed to get that blew past me. The appreciation of it, yes. So when I say, and I know people who have that for music, so if I was just like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna get in the booth. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Blicky sticky. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
First
you
off,
know.
I'm not finna get.
I
I'm not
am.
finna get in there and indict myself. Like, fuck around and get in the booth and be talking about me running red lights and shit.
Yeah.
Cause that's as much crime as I'm doing in my life. I work at Subway, but like, fuck around and
Boy,
get parking
man.
tickets and shit for.
Shit, I canceled a free trial yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Can't free
shit.
trial.
Told y'all
Like,
I
that's
was
about
gonna
it.
buy some shit.
What-
Nope.
exactly.
Swindled.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. But back to what I was saying.
Got way more in common with Lil Dicky than I do fucking YG. Just want y'all
Yeah,
to know that.
just gonna let y'all know. I would make that would be my music. I would make the most Lil Dicky music. Cause I ain't gonna hold you up. I sometimes listen to the shit I say and I make old people jokes like now as I'm getting older. Like I'm making 401k
Yeah,
comedy.
You wanna
Like,
know a joke I said today?
what's
Was
up?
talking about Robert Kraft, and I was explaining like I was talking. And the conversation was like I was talking to Chelsea. Like the conversation we were having, and she was like, "Blah blah, Robert Kraft. She don't know football."
Yeah.
So she was like, the coach just did some that shit. I'm like, no, not the coach. He's the owner. And she was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, you like the macaroni and cheese like thing. Like that was a real thing. Like he's the macaroni and cheese guy. She was like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, man, that nigga got the blues. I thought that shit was so fucking funny. Like
but
I
that's
sang,
the old
I
people
sang the
joke.
song. I was like, he got the blues. And I was like, this is such a whack joke. But I couldn't let it go.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Is like that's a fucking like old joke, and that is like the shit that I'm like. I don't know. I'm getting
my grandkids gonna hate me.
Oh
bro.
yeah, my jokes getting mature as shit. My jokes be having gray hair, all kind of shit. They be, my jokes old now.
Bro, my
But,
balls long as shit. See?
My jokes ain't got no teeth.
See that right there.
Jokes smell like Bengay. But your sense of humor can get Social Security. But I digress. Fucking like making music is not a part of my therapy. Listen to it is. So I was listening to the fucking Compton album because Dr. Dre is one of my fucking it's one of my spirit animals. Don't judge me. Don't fucking judge me. It's one of my spirit animals.
I'm assuming like the music phenom, businessman.
Yeah, like in the
rich
sense
enough
of
to wear the same outfit over
yeah,
and over
like,
again.
the perfectionist in Dr. Dre, I guess. Like sometimes, like if you listen to TJ, who's have to work closely with me in this, the level of perfectionist that I can try to be sometimes in this is just like it's sometimes through the roof, and it will leave me with no product.
Based out of Michelet, we're not talking about him.
No, not in that sense. Not the nigga not the nigga that slapped D Barnes. No, not that nigga. I'm speaking in sense, and I mean you can't divide the man from that, but I mean in the sense of his work ethic and how he works. Yeah, like that's so. With that, I was listening to the Compton album. I guess I'm saying all that to say that, and it's a fucking song. The song with Jimmy Iovine is talking, and he's talking about fear. I'm actually gonna play it because I fucking like been listening to it on repeat for like the last couple days just because I don't know, he speaks about fear and he speaks about like how if you can get fear to push you from behind instead of like push you from in front, like that's a powerful thing. And
what's that fucking movie? I mean, a lot of things talk about.
I let the whole thing play where he said like the work hard part because that sometimes is a part of me as well, like that. Like sometimes I can just feel like I'm not working hard enough, and that shit will cause me to get so consumed with like things that aren't real, sometimes. Like, and I can either deflect with succeeding in that or failing in that. Like, I can be missing everything that's real in my life that's succeeding because I'm focusing on and obsessing with work or the podcast or how can we get more followers or how can we get more listens and all of that stuff. And it's like you'll start to not realize things that are around you that are going great, that are actually the real life things that are going great. Like, you know, and that was a whole thing. Like my son's birthday, I like didn't make a IG post or none of that shit because I was on a social media blackout. And to me, it was more important to like spend the day with him actually like enjoying his fucking birthday than it was to post a picture about how much I love in the caption about how much I love and care about him, even though there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like there's nothing wrong with that for me. Like it was just that, like I was just on a social media blackout to the point where just everything, like I just wanted to enjoy the things and the people around me and like just that for real. Like I didn't want to start obsessing about things and people that I've never met and touched and how I can get their attention to my product or brand or whatever. I just wanted to fucking enjoy the people that were actually within arm's distance of me and I cared about and loved. So it was just like, let me just black the fuck out for a quick second.
Black the fuck out real quick. But that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that, and even that quote he said.
Like I just want to go to dinner with my family.
Yeah, what's that shit? Like where he said the fear pushed you from behind, and I finally found the movie. Like whatever that movie. Did you watch that movie Lawless with like, it was like Tom Hart. No. It was Tom Hardy and like fucking Shia LaBeouf before he lost his mind. Either way, doesn't really matter. They was like brothers and they like sold moonshine and shit. But there was a line in there that kind of talked about what he said. It was like a lot of people talk about like being fearless and all that other shit, which is not a good trait because fear is important. Mm-hmm. But it was like he says kind of the same thing. Like I don't know, it was something along the lines of like whatever their last name was, but we control the fear. Like we don't not acknowledge that it's there, but you take inventory of like, all right, I'm scared because of a good reason or a bad reason. Then you kind of control your fear, but not let it be like something that takes you off something, but not something that also drives you to do something stupid. I ain't no motherfucking scared. Like fear is important. Like animals use fear. Like, hey, this fear is something to let you know you fucking with something you ain't got no business fucking with.
Yeah, and I think for me, what started to happen was the fear. When I guess I started to gravitate towards that so much is because the fear was pushing. It was pushing me from like it was pushing me to. Like I guess I was feeling fear, and I was pushing people away because I didn't want them to see my fear. And like my wall was like, I was building a fucking wall, not to like. I was building it to protect myself, but not understanding how that was going to affect real things. And I was like, I usually try not to make like, I try not to make decisions that will impact me permanently off temporary emotions. And like this fear that I'm feeling, like I understand that it's temporary. And I was like, I'm just not going to build this fucking wall that's going to affect and harm things permanently. My friendships and my partnerships, my brother and like all this stuff, my lady, my friends, my child, anything that, like any of those real things, I was just like, let me fucking just stop for a second and look at the things that are making me now build these walls that are now affecting the people that I care about. And let me handle these things as much as I can and get them, take as much control as I can to be able to sit back and now go like, I've done all that I can and now I can not worry anymore. And I've gotten to that, like, you know, spent some time getting to that point. And it's like now it's a time to like one of those hindsight 2020 things. And you get that like, God damn, like what took me so long? Yeah. So it's kind of like that. But even with that, like, I don't want to spend too much time stuck in that disgust of like.
You don't.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, once it's like, this kind of like once it's done, you can't even like you can only control what you can control. Like,
yeah,
you controlled. Now that like however long it took you to get through it, you're through it. How, you know, like the effect of it happened. Like, I'm sorry, I did my part, you know, I fucked up, whoop de whoop. But after that, that's it. Like that's back to that, like I can't control how people dealt with it. It's like, look, man, I did that. I apologize or I don't apologize, whatever the fuck the situation was. And then that's it. Like once you kind of sincerely do what you can to resolve it, if somebody chooses to say like, well, fuck it, I'm still not over it. All right, like once I'm really confident I did my part, I'm not responsible for you feeling the same way towards me. I'm just getting this off so that I can clear the space for me and for like us or whatever. But if you choose not to forgive, that's no longer on me. That's on the individual. Forgiveness is not for the person you're forgiving. It's for you. So once you choose to not, whatever, that's all right. Well, nigga, that's now you on your own shit. I did my part. I'm good.
Because you're not responsible for anybody's feelings.
That part.
They're responsible for how they feel. If someone tells you like, "Oh, I'm unhappy," okay, so how you gonna fix that? You're unhappy. That has nothing to do with me. And I think a lot of people depend on that. Like, oh, my feelings should be your feelings. Like, no, at the end of the day, like you said, your feelings. So get out your feelings and fix your shit on your own.
Yeah, and that just basically is what it was.
And that's not saying like don't be careless and don't like not care about people's feelings, but at the same time you have to realize you have to look out for yourself and your mental health and how you feel, because at the end of the day, if you're putting somebody else's feelings above yours, then it's not really good for either one of you. Like, that is not gonna help.
Yeah, for me it wasn't so much about a person. It was things that were like just other shit that was like happening, and instead of leaning on my support system, I started to like try to just be like, I'm gonna muscle through all of this shit that's happening. Yeah, and it was like, because the things that were happening were scaring me, and it was like really like a fear was pushing me from behind to push me away, or it was pushing me away from, it was pushing me from in front, and it was pushing me away from the people. Like, it was like, lean on your support system. Like, it's okay to show these people that you're scared of what these other things. Like, it wasn't people. Like, it was me not just talking to my people and the people that I know care about me and know me, and I'm like defending. They're like, yo, something ain't right with you, yo, you good? And I'm like, nah, I'm good, I got this, I'm okay. And it was really some shit that was going on, some real life shit that wasn't like some shit that was going on that wasn't like, I wasn't just talking to my core foundation of people. I was just trying to like muscle through the possibilities of shit. And it's like, now that I've gotten to now that you get through that, you look back and you just kind of like discuss it with yourself and what you like were in that moment. And it's kind of like you got to now pick up those pieces. And it's like, I'm calling TJ like, hey man, I remember that thing and that time and that place. Yeah. Mike Larry. Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing I always preach to people. And and that's just that was starting to become the greatest common denominator in a lot of things, in a lot of situations that was happening. As it was just like, accountability. And I was like, all right, that's one of my main disciplines, is always to be accountable for myself. So clearly I'm getting away from my accountability and my discipline. So let me get back to that.
Yeah. That's kind of like, I guess, like where I was going. Like, as long as you learn the lesson in it, then it's not like a really big deal. Like when you was when you say, like, I try my best. Like, you always feel like when you said like, I fucked up, I did that. Like, I try my best to not sit in that space for long, because it's like, all right, if I did a fucked up thing or I was out of character or whatever, as long as I'm better for it, then that was a good lesson, and I shouldn't really sit in the space of, I did some really fucked up shit, because I needed to do some really fucked up shit, so whoever the nigga is I am right now, like, I'm better for it, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I try not to sit and, I can't believe I did that. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I did that. As long as I did my I'm sorry's, or I was in a, like, as long as I did my cleanup, then I'm happy I did my, like, most fuck ups when I think about now, like, or anything where I was in a bad space, breakups, bad relationships, bad, like, I'm like, not only did it passes, and it's like, I'm glad I had it, because you learn the lesson, and I'm better for it. Like, I'm also like, like, I'm stronger for that. Like, everybody says that, but it's like, it's certain situations that I fucked up in that I might have judged or looked at a certain way had I not gone through this certain situation. I'm like, oh shit, I'm more sympathetic or empathetic or whatever to this certain set of situations. So anytime a fuck up happens, even when I'm going through it, like, I try to immediately, before I know, even when it's in like a bad spot, I try to force myself to go, when this is done, I'll be pretty straight for it. I don't know when this will be done. It sucks now. It'll suck once this thought is over. But I just try to keep out the, like, this will be done at some point. And my only job in this is once this is done to absorb and learn from this. Like, I'm really good with fucking up. Like, I embrace fucking up. I'm just not a fan of fucking up twice. You fuck up the same way 2-3 times, you're an asshole. Now, you do, if you do 47 fuck ups differently in like 2 months, like, you could be my best friend and keep fucking up 47 different ways in 2 weeks. I'm like, that nigga learning. Now, you fuck up 3 times the same way in an hour, get the fuck out. Get out my house. Get out, nigga. Like, cause you just fucking up fast and picking up speed.
Fucking up fast and picking up speed. I guess, like, again, for me, it became that, like, accountability. I stopped. I just completely stopped for a quick second, like, holding myself to the standard for certain things that I just maintain and required for other people. Like, I stopped holding myself accountable to that standard, and like that shit just starts to fuck shit up, and you gotta be like, all right, I'm finna hit the reset button real quick, and like when you hit the reset button, it's like only priorities and shit. Yeah, it's like when you come to Subway and you get like a sandwich, but you don't get no vegetables.
I didn't know who was gonna say a joke first, because I had one that's completely off topic, but I was just looking at like social media, like my feed. You ever post some wild shit?
Come on, like, we got like 9 more minutes before we done with this shit.
Like, so you ever post some wild shit, and then you look at somebody, like people who like the wild shit, and you be like, look at this nasty motherfucker, I didn't know was in there. Like, I know me, but like you be like, hey. Look at you dirty motherfucker. People
now, what about
Jesus and, like, you know, happy thing? You nasty motherfucker. Like,
now,
I feel like they the worst motherfuckers.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, yeah,
like you could, like, half my shit you could write. Like, I'm not saying I'm a upstanding child of God, but I'm not saying like
the guy who was ahead of my life. Yeah,
because my thing is, like, you know, if we made it in God's image, like, like anything I do, you know, whatever, like, I'm gonna just ride that out. Anyways, my thing is, if I know my social media shit be wild, so like it's not really a thing for me to like or say some wild shit. But when I see, like, you know, hey, look at fucking Susie Chapstick, just, you know, posting all this happy-go-lucky flowers and like fucking sepia-toned sunsets. I just posted about a whole plethora of shit. What the fuck you liking that for? I feel like those people are like, you're a real piece of shit. Like, you're not social media. Like, you like this because in your soul was like, fuck, I just need to like something of that in my life right now. I'm scared of them.
You need to get that little bit of evil.
Yeah, you need to get that out. That means you lock it in. Like, I'm scared of them. Like, I'm saying, I'm building it up. Like, don't talk to me. I'm scared of y'all. Like, motherfucker will be like, what was that movie? Like,
now what about this person just liking your shit to be able to keep their likes up? Like, they like,
I mean, good for them.
I know if this person sees me being active on their IG, they'll be active on mine. Like, what about some people just care that much about social
like,
media?
If you posting your fucking,
I think for some people it is.
That I'm not that nigga, because like if you post the shit I don't like your shit. I'm just like, I like comic shit, fat asses, good music. Like, I'm really like my social media. I'm not that guy, because Instagram is really regular.
In my real life Instagram, which is deactivated right now because I'm on a social media blackout. But I'm plugging that shit like it's a product. Social media blackout. Get yours for $19.99. Like, you can pay me $19.99, and then you can delete your IG, and you can get on the EJ social media blackout program as well. Send me $19.99 through
and
Cash
I can tell
app,
you the fucking,
and I can tell you the steps on how to delete your.
That fucking
I can
app.
tell you how to uninstall your IG app, and you will also be able to get on my social media purge program. No, I don't know. Yeah, I think, like, for me, I'm not liking shit from my personal account, but like it's mad people on the podcast IG that's just getting likes for y'all to know that we fuck with y'all and we appreciate.
That's different. That's business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, I like y'all because y'all doing shit. We, you know, this is. I take that back. It ain't all like some shit. Like, I know I've liked certain shit and I just think it's dope, and fuck around and be like, damn, I'm supposed to be liking shit for like business shit. Like, I don't know. I like shit on my page. Like, I'm supporting my friends. I like comic book shit.
Some of you motherfuckers only post pictures of your kids.
I don't care. Like, I like honestly, if you post 7 pictures of your child, you got 1 to 2 likes from me. It's the same fucking picture. Like, especially
the first 2 pics I come across, the first 2 pics of your kid that I come across.
Especially if you gonna send me 7 whole pictures of the same event, when Instagram gives you an option to just fucking, you can post a group. of things.
I just don't. Yeah, like don't post the same 7 selfies of you and your child from the neck up, sticking your tongues out.
Bruh, I get it. Man look real good at Easter Sunday. I don't care no more, bruh. Like,
Yeah,
man found
like,
them little eggs. He got his little fucking bunny ears on. That's fine. That's good.
Yeah, first day of school. Like, come on, man. Come on with this shit. All of our kids have the
I
first
know
day
for a
of school.
fact they didn't even, like, he didn't get no homework today. Like, it's cool. Like, you know, like,
Yeah,
fuck.
that shit just,
Relax.
I don't know. And niggas stop smoking weed on live, and women stop doing your hair on live. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, just get a YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Don't do your
knocking.
makeup
If you
on
can
live.
get your tutorial bag, do that. But like, just do
No. If you're doing tutorials,
get a ring.
that's different.
Get a
your
ring light. Go on
IGTV.
YouTube. Like,
Yeah, but like if you just doing your shit just to be doing your shit and talking to people, and you just smoking weed and listening to music and just talking to people on live.
unless you Boosie. Boosie should be funny. I don't care what the fuck. Cause I know, like, I don't watch the whole thing, but I know if I like look at
Just
it.
check in for Boosie. He always, Boosie always pretty much good.
Yeah, I know if I look and Boosie walk around the house, I'm like, I give it.
You's a nasty motherfucker,
Yeah,
man.
give it 10, 15 minutes. Boosie gonna get up there, lick your lips. I'm like, this nigga gross,
He
bro.
has some weird shit going
like
on.
he's regular nigga gross as a famous motherfucker. It's Boosie a wild nigga, bro. Like,
Boosie not regular nigga gross. Boosie motorcycle club gross.
I don't know, cause like I went to.
Boosie is motorcycle club.
Well, no, that's what I'm
gross,
saying.
nigga.
Like as a, like shout out to Graham, but like. You know, I know a couple of y'all from certain areas. Like niggas
He is
different in different areas.
He is black college spring break weekend.
He's homecoming nasty. Like
but
all
he
the
black
time.
college homecoming nasty.
Yeah, Boosie is homecoming nasty at all fucking times.
You's a nasty motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he do.
Boosie, you's a nasty motherfucker, man.
Boosie do wild shit, bro. Like,
shout out to the bro. But yeah, that's the end of the episode, or this therapy session that we've had. Appreciate y'all attending. If you want to get on my social media Blackout program, again, send $19.99. If not, just follow the podcast, which I am not participating in, but TJ is running, and Chardon, I'm sure.
Running is a strong. I be liking shit. And
or
like,
TJ's jogging.
If you a real person, I follow
I'm just
back.
speed walking it. Yeah, let me
Yeah.
drive the boat. Let me drive the boat.
I'm doing a lot of donuts in the water.
Book
dog.
'em.
Like, yeah, like, you know, you want a destination? What?
Book 'em. No, but yeah, please follow on IG, Just a Dope Ass Podcast.
Oh
follow
shit, Chad
on
Awesome is still on IG.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of goofy shit though.
Follow at Chad Awesome. Follow at Pretty KC. Follow at Dirty Laundry LA. Follow at KT Laundry.
With 2 Y's.
2 Y's and Pretty KC. Follow Breezy Laundry. Chad
Yeah,
Awesome.
everybody, you know, shout out to Breeze. He didn't, you know, Lakers did what they did, but he didn't have a stroke. So
Yeah, Breezy was
pretty
over here
proud of that.
coaching, and after a while, he just went to the locker room. He just walked out on the team.
I don't know why anybody thought the shit was gonna really pop this season. I never am I the only fan that didn't think we was gonna do shit this season? That this season was just a mulligan.
No, it took a hard turn. That shit took a hard.
But like,
turn.
I just wasn't expecting much this
hard-
season though.
I was expecting at least like a 7th or 8th seed playoff. Like I'm not gonna.
I
Hold
wasn't
you up.
expecting
I
that.
wasn't.
Like I really was expecting us to be dirt, and he get us together next season. And the season, like, I know he's not gonna blow off his whole contract, but I did not think this first year was gonna really do shit.
Yeah, shout out to Brian though with everything
he
that it
did do
is.
that.
Bro is here. What happened?
Oh,
Oh, he
he
passed up Mike
passed
tonight.
Mike.
Yeah, he passed up Michael Jordan tonight. All time points list. But yeah, follow on all the social media platforms. Appreciate y'all listening. Comment, leave messages, do all that shit. Please. Yeah, please.
Whole lot of gang shit.
Treyway, we gone.